Hello, guys, and welcome. A little bit more breaking news. Obviously, some news broke. I think it was yesterday that Julian Lopetegui obviously left Wolves as manager just 3 days before the season starts. I honestly don't know the reasons why. Um, to be honest, but I will obviously do a little bit more digging and see what I can find out um, as to why he left Wolves. It came as a bit of a shock, if I'm personally honest. 3 days before the season, and he looked certain every player he signed have all been his signings, and then all of a sudden he just walks away from the club, and he's terminated his contract by mutual consent with Wolves, and obviously it'll probably come to a shock to Wolves as well, unless obviously something's been happening in the background. Maybe he's not been happy with certain targets not being able to be brought in, or he just felt like it wasn't the right thing for him to take Wolves into a new season. Obviously, there's got to be some sort of reason behind getting so close to a new Premier League season starting and then just thinking, do you know what, now I don't actually want to be here no more. I do want to leave. Um, yeah, so it's a bit of a crazy one for Wolves. Obviously, it's not been a great summer for Wolves, to be fair. I mean, they've just lost Ruben Neves as well. He's now gone. He's obviously now playing in Saudi Arabia, so by far one of their best players is no longer at the club. Um, but it's just been a crazy couple of days for Wolves. I mean, obviously we don't know what was going on behind the scenes, but if Julian Lopetegui's all of a sudden just turned around and said, "Look, I want to terminate my contract," they were probably just as shocked as everyone else. The fact that he's just come out and said, "Oh, I want to leave." So yeah, like I said, no one knows what really happened at Wolves, but they have found a successor already, though, which I guess is a plus for the club, and that is former Bournemouth manager Gary O'Neill. Now, I was shocked to see it be Gary O'Neill. Obviously, the last time he was in the Premier League, it didn't go well for him at Bournemouth. Obviously, he got sacked after the 9-0 loss to Liverpool. Um, I think maybe it was a panic for Wolves, like, oh, we need a manager. Who's available that's already managed in the Premier League? And I think they just came up with Gary O'Neill. I think if they maybe did a longer search, a bit like they did with Julian Lopetegui, I don't think they would have gone for Gary O'Neill. I do think this is a bit of a rush appointment from Wolves, because to get it done so quick as well, I mean, literally within 24 hours, maybe 36, after Julian Lopetegui left the club, it seems to me like they've just offered him a contract and he said, you know what, yeah, I'll take it. Which, like I said, no one knows what's happened at Wolves, what's happened with Julian Lopetegui, but Gary O'Neill is now obviously officially the Wolverhampton Wanderers manager. So, obviously he's got that to look forward to. Obviously, he's not got much time though for preparation and getting the players used to the sort of way he wants to play. Because obviously, all summer, all pre-season, the Wolves players, new players, and players that were already existent at the club have all been getting used to how Julian Lopetegui wants to play. And now they've literally got as I'm talking now, 3 days to now get used to a new manager. Just 3 days before 2 days before the season starts, 3 days before they play. It's just crazy. It's a crazy situation that Wolves find themselves in, to be in that sort of situation. Like I said, I mean, so close to the opening game of the season, which is obviously Friday night. It's probably one of the worst situations that any club could find themselves in, whether it be Wolves, whether it be a team at the top of the table. You don't want to be in this sort of position where you're scrambling to find a new manager, because otherwise your club's going into a brand new season managerless. They thought they were going to have Julian Lopetegui there as manager, and obviously now he's officially left the club for unknown reasons so far. I mean, I'm sure it will eventually come out as to why he wanted to leave Wolves, but until that happens, no one's going to know. And obviously, Gary O'Neill has a bit of experience in the Premier League, obviously now with Bournemouth last season, but is he going to lead Wolves to where they want to be this season? obviously you can't always go and experience. I mean, because you see what Arteta's done at Arsenal, and he didn't really have any managerial experience before taking over Arsenal. Okay, he was assistant to Pep Guardiola for 3 years, which is obviously no better candidate to learn from. But is he going to struggle in that role? Uh, I think they will struggle at first. They've got to get used to a whole new manager. Um, he's going to have his own ideas as to who he wants to bring in, where the club needs strengthening. So it's a tough time to be a Wolves fan at the moment. Obviously, with all this going off, I mean, it can't be nice for anyone who's even within the club. I mean, especially the players. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I'd love to hear what you think in the comments down below. What do you think of this whole situation that's been going on with Wolves? Let me know in the comments. If you did enjoy, obviously, please do leave a like and please subscribe for more videos like this. Anyway, guys, I will see you soon.